frequencies, and are they even real? You see, I've always had this inference that everything was not what we thought it was. For instance, the speed of light, it was always changing until we changed our measurement of it. So is it still changing, or do we really think? In church, they talk about people coming here and being made, yada yada. You believe what you want to believe, but evolution is something that we cannot deny, no matter what you feel or what you think. Now, when everything comes down to frequency, you want to talk about evolution. You want to talk about, if you don't believe in evolution, well, you have to not admit that if you're out in the sun, your skin will get darker. That's an adaptation. What's multiple adaptations over an extended period of time? That is evolution. Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page now. Now, when we go into the index or the story of life itself, we have to talk about it from our perspective. Because, yes, we have this great thing of social media where you can see life kind of from my perspective. You're seeing it from the perspective of my plant sitting here. Okay? See, that's my plant. Say hi. Okay, now we're back. It is kind of more of through, not my kneecaps, it is kind of through the area of the mind that it's perceived through. It's perceived through, you're perceiving what I'm putting out through my mind, through your mind. And that's in the human mind. That is what we define consciousness as. Although everything has consciousness, every living thing has a soul, how you would define it. A bug can feel pain. A dog feels sad when it loses a member, a human family member or something like that, or someone else, even though dogs are domesticated. But you have other emotions, you have other things that are like, that make sense in behavioral, but that's a whole different thing. If you want to talk about psychology, we're not going to talk about that because I'm not really versed in psychology like that. I have some really great friends that have lots of psychology wisdom. Me, on the other hand, no. But yeah, let's talk about it. Nikola Tesla wanted to say, I always quote this. Y'all probably are going to hear me quote this 100 more times, and you're going to hate it, but you're going to learn to love it because he talks about everything. See, if you're searching for the secrets of the universe, look for energy, frequency, and vibration. So when I talked about evolution, what is that? Your energy is changing to a different vibration because color is a different vibration, right? Red is the first color to disappear when you go down at depths, when you dive. So Caucasian skin kind of looks red, right? So darker skin, I'm not saying I'm like anything against Caucasian people or anything like that. I'm just saying darker skin has a different vibration. You have more melanocytes, you have more melanin, a bunch of different things. Although I do have melanin because my skin does not lack melanin. It's just more concentrated into freckles and spread out in a thin amount. Versus you have all different types of shades of people. Like you can look at the shade of skin tone as the shade of oats from different countries. It really does not have an effect of our ability or our perspicacity. I do think for certain things, there are certain people that you could have a higher, um, chance in going a certain way with that. Now, I don't want to deviate on that topic. That was just going towards like people who have longer legs, people who are usually taller. Those are people who are going to be able to, you know, do more things. But at the end of the day, I think a lot of people try to talk about genetics, where it's not really all about genetics because you could have two people from the same parents end up completely different in how they look, how they act, how they speak, how they talk, their habits, their mind state, their emotional, their physical, their mental, every way. Um, but yeah, let's not indulge in that too long. Let's actually go move over here by these plants. I won't show you the mess on the floor in the room, but I'm currently walking between my tea plant and my other plant that creates flowers. Can't tell you what type of plant it is, but we are going to basically pull up right here, and we are going to talk about a certain thing of vibration. Solfeggio frequencies, vibration. Frequencies are vibrations. So first of all, I want to start off with, I think some of them are wrong. So personally, I think 963 It might be 936. I'm pretty sure it's 963. I think it should be 964 because I think it ends. It's like 963 point something. So I guess you could say, well, if you don't round it up, so it's not 964. But the thing is, it's closer to 964 than it is to 963. So that's kind of one of those things where it's like, because I'm pretty sure if it doesn't go 963 963. It might go 963 369. There's a chance I had that wrong, but that was just a thought I had earlier. But let's not deviate on that too much. So basically, everything has vibration, right? This plant is emitting out vibration through the color of its leaves, through the oxygen it emits through its, pretty sure the bottom of its leaves at night. I am not a botanist. Please do not crucify me. Anyway, so I emit vibration, right? So what does that mean? When I use my voice, I can talk, right? Deeper vibration, higher vibration, higher vibration. We're not going to do all that. And what does that mean? So when I'm talking, I'm changing my vibration. Okay, that is vibration and sound, right? Well, what else? Can it change your vibration of your body? How your blood moves? Does it make your blood move faster? Make your blood pressure go up? Does it make your heart rate go down? What does it do? Does it increase your O2 intake? Is it like the mammalian dive-in reflex? So if you soak your head in a bowl of cold water in the morning, your O2 goes up. So the amount of oxygen your body can increase or can hold. You're basically holding your breath underwater. Your brain's experienced that before through the process of evolution. We came from fish, by the way. Although I do believe there is a higher power of consciousness and the collective good, but that is just the good in everyone's mind because we all know what is good and what is good to do. And usually people that are good do not do bad. It's someone that is perceived as good that had bad happen to them. Or people that are just curious. That was my kitchen. Didn't mean to show you that. But at the same time, we will talk about now with a different view. We will proceed to talk about the frequencies, kind of what they can do. So I've used them. I still use them. It is very calming. I've self-experimented with Solfeggio frequencies for well over 3 years now. Now I've just recently started playing them for other people. Now I do tell them like, hey, this is Solfeggio frequencies. This is something that like, they'll be like, oh. Or sometimes I'll just put it on. Like if I've already talked to them about it, I'm not just gonna put it on and Although I'm not scared that it's gonna like cause a spiritual awakening or something like that. But if you want to listen to music or listen to your Netflix show, go ahead. But I'll put it on, and I've recently heard from my wife. She'll say, hey, this makes me feel really calm. This makes me feel this. I'm like, yeah. And what I've really wanted to do recently is get away from listening to music. And it sounds like, what? Music's awesome. We love music. Music's amazing. You can sit here and listen to music all day. You can have a great time. There's nothing wrong with listening to music, which there's not. But the thing is, what type of music you listen to. And if you're listening to music that's kind of talking about deteriorating stuff, that might make you think negative thoughts. You kind of got to stay away from that because it's good when you're feeling negative to have something to relate to. I love music for that. I've used music therapeutically, and I feel like music is something that can basically cross boundaries of your brain to mind, kind of. Like you hear it, and so you go, it kind of changes your emotional state. And in that change in emotional state, it changes your brain. So if you're feeling depressed, if you don't have a lot of serotonin, if you listen to some good music, you can jam out. You can start releasing that kind of, unsure if it's dopamine, unsure if it's endorphins, unsure if it's serotonin, whatever it is, it's great, and your vibration kind of increases. Now that, That might not be a song that is good. It might be Slipknot. You might be jamming out and having the best day of your life to Slipknot. That's okay. Slipknot's amazing. Rock on. Now, we will continue to talk about the heart. How does the heart work? So, heart sits here, left side of your chest, usually the side of your fist, sits at an angle like this, actually sits where your third lobe of your left lung would be at the bottom. You only have 2 lobes, so your heart can sit there. Pump more heart. You have the apex of your heart that sits at your bottom, and then you have your pulmonary valves and arteries that carry blood to and from the lungs and the body. Now, this is the only place in the body ever that you have a pulmonary vein carrying oxygenated blood and a pulmonary artery carrying deoxygenated blood, because that is between going from the heart to the lungs. I could talk on that more, but it's better if you go to somebody like the paramedic coach. He is great at talking about that. Great coach for all types of medical wisdom. Now, we want to move on to the subject of talking about, actually, there's one more time, I want to add this. There is one more time where the vein is carrying oxygenated and the arteries carrying deoxygenated blood, and that is when the mother is in utero, or the mother is developing a fetus inside of her, and that is because the deoxygenated blood, or it has to mimic what is happening in the heart, because soon enough that baby's heart is going to be on its own. So that's the only other time that will happen in the human body. But anyway, let's get to a different topic. I really appreciate all y'all. We are getting really, really close. The Calm community is growing every day, filling with positivity, and I appreciate all of y'all. I haven't been able to respond to a lot of my comments recently, and I do apologize to that. I've been really busy. I had to take a mental health break. I appreciate everyone, because I did kind of send or put out an apology video, and you guys were very amazing and opening, or open-hearted, open-minded with it. So I do really appreciate everyone, and it just means a lot to me, especially because I had a little bit of negativity come on to the channel through a couple like random accounts that were in the comments, and it's like, yeah, no, I'm not going to focus on the negativity. I'm always, be myself. It's the greatest thing I can be is myself, and that's something no one else can be. And at the end of the day, people are offended by your confidence, and I have confidence in my wisdom and myself, because spiritual people like us, we're not like religious, right? Because religious people are kind of scared of going to hell. Spiritual people have been to hell, came back and survived, and they realized that it's about the mind state, and that all heavens and hells are held inside the mind. So if you're in a bad situation, you can create a good mood and be happy for no reason. That is heaven. You're in a good situation, like a bunch of rich kids, or most people today, because we do live really good compared to our ancestors that didn't really eat or, communicate, talk about their feelings. We have great luxuries today. I do think there's ways that we can always improve. But you can be the richest kid on the planet and feel depressed. Richest person on the planet. Most millionaires are depressed. But yeah, most people are even either way. In this Christmas season, I think it's really important for you to reach out to somebody today. Maybe an old friend that you haven't spoken to in 2 or 3 years, a few years. Anyway, someone that you thought is like really happy, the happiest person that you can remember. Reach out to them, ask how they're doing. Speak about your memories, about what y'all did. Then go reach out to someone that y'all hung out with together. And just kind of try to reach out to like 5 different people. Fill your hand up. Fill your hand up with 5 people. Put it over your chest right now. And really okay, I'm going to go make those people's days better. Check up on them. Make sure they're good. Because, you never know when somebody's going to, not be here. And it's good to do what we can to spur as much positivity while we're here. Now, anyway, I love y'all. And I do appreciate every single one of y'all being here. Have a wonderful day. Love you. You are amazing. You got this. You're strong. You're bold. You're courageous. Thank you, universe, for allowing us to be here. Have a great, wonderful Christmas. Happy holidays. You're amazing. You're going to have a wonderful 2025. Peace.